Hey everybody, happy Thursday evening live tutorial stream. It's the holidays in retail, so as is typical for us at this time of year, I am multitasking. Spent most of the morning trying to get my mother's email back online, which unfortunately did not work, and have this pearl necklace that's due in 30 minutes that I'm working on knotting whilst I am talking to you. So it's definitely that time of year. How's everybody doing? The three of you who are watching, how are you? How's everything where you are? Are you having a good holiday season or a bad holiday season? I was talking to my therapist yesterday and I was like, just so you know, I hate Christmas. Which is just a byproduct of having been in retail for most of my life. It's, retail customers at Christmas are just, for every one person who is just genuinely happy and joyful and, loving and accepting, there are 4 to 5 people who are stressed, pissed off, rude, impatient, etc. So, there's nothing like being in retail to jade you against the Christmas season. But I am so happy that I get to be here with you all today for a little bit. So this is our noon tutorial. This is actually a really, really fast one. But if you have any people in your life who are lovers of the felines, this is a really, really quick and easy gift for them or for their kitties. And I will say that Elton loves his. So this is the Frisky feline toy. There's a picture of Elton with his Frisky feline toy. He's not looking super enthused about it, mostly because he really does not like the camera on my cell phone. Something about the triple eyes thing, it freaks him out. But he really does love his little cork toy. He'll bring it to me in bed. Like, I'll wake up and this will be in bed in the morning. He'll chase it around, and it's really fun because it bounces. So again, incredibly quick and easy. Like, we're getting to the last minute stage. I mean, we're not quite there. We're not quite to panic mode. I think panic mode probably happens in about 5 to 7 days from now, but it's approaching. I can feel panic mode looming like a wave that's just ready to sweep me away. So what do you need to make this? You need a wine or champagne cork, which is, again, another fun thing for people like last night's tutorial, for anybody in your life who happens to enjoy the wine or the champagne. So 1 wine or champagne cork. You're going to need some feathers. Hi, Sharon. Well, yay. Hooray for enjoyable holiday season. See, I'm just a Scrooge, and it helps my Scrooginess to hear about people who are having a happy holiday season, as opposed to, the insanity of retail. Okay, so, well, Sharon, I mean, there's no reason you can't just make one of these for yourself. You could put it on a headband and it could be a fascinator or something. Oof. Hi, Pam. That's a lot. Oh, that's a lot to deal with at any time of year, and then you add the holidays into that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Well, thank you so much for jumping on. So you need a wine or champagne cork, and you need some feathers. These are just craft store feathers. Since the cats are going to eat them, I didn't feel like I needed to invest in fancy feathers for this. You are going to need a hot glue gun. Yes, this is a glue gun craft. People, there are some things that glue guns are actually good for. Fixing jewelry, by the way, is not one of them. But anything like this where you're gluing feathers into things, or if you're decorating a hat or anything like that, hot glue is the way to go. So you're going to need your hot glue gun with a little bit of hot glue. It doesn't take a ton, so even if you're almost out like I am, you can still accomplish this with a relatively small amount of glue. And then you are going to need, just like I used last night, you're going to need a Dremel, and you're going to need a drill bit. Oh, Lord. So, did I mention my mom's email isn't working? And she blames me for this problem. And now she's texting me because, of course, you know, it's not like I have a stream or work or anything. I mean, I actually think I will, because this tutorial is not going to take very long. So I think I'm going to make the project, and then I will knot the pearls and do a little AMA just for funsies. But so drill bit, Dremel, or just a regular drill. Ooh, fun, Sharon. That's exciting. Yeah, okay, so just to review, because I'm having a little trouble staying focused, though. I slept, y'all, so much better than yesterday with the focus and everything else, because sleep is good. So, cork, feathers, hot glue, drill bit and drill, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my drill bit and drill, and I'm going to ask my computer why in the world it's so dim, which means I need to find my mouse. Let's just make this a little bit less shadowy. Okay. So the first time I did this, I actually did not use a drill. I literally used just an X-Acto knife, and I dug some out of the top of here. The drill is just quicker and easier. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my drill. And I'm just going to drill into this cork like half an inch. So I'm not drilling through the whole thing like I did last night. Alright, so I'm just drilling a hole in the top of the cork. And that's literally all that you need the drill for. So once again, if you don't have a drill, or you don't have a drill handy, you really can take an X-Acto and just kind of carve out a spot in the top of that cork. I'm going to figure out what feathers do I want to use. Let's see. Looks like we've got purple and yellow and a turquoise one in there. I mean, I don't think that it really matters as far as the cats are concerned what color feathers you use. But then well, now they're on the floor. But then literally I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to just squish some hot glue into that hole. And then I'm going to take my feathers, and you just want to grab them by the base, and you're going to shove as many feathers as will fit into that hole. And you're on a bit of a time crunch because you want to try and get it before the glue dries. Or sets, I guess is a better term for hot glue. And, you know, the more feathers you can get in there, the more your cats are going to like it. But that being said, I may have hit my feather capacity. One more. Nope, no more. Alright, that's it. So that's as many feathers as my cork will hold. I wonder if I can throw some in behind here. But you do want to try and get them in the hole. Like if they're just glued on, they're going to come off really quickly once your kitties start playing with them. Alright, so I think that's it. That's all it'll take. And so literally, that's the project. That took me less than 5 minutes to do. But they're really, really fun. Once again, for any of your friends or your feline friends, Elton really, really does love it because it bounces. It's got feathers, and yeah, it's a big hit in my household. So that's our Frisky feline toy. So now we got about 20 minutes left on the stream. So I'm gonna unplug my glue gun for starters because I don't need hot glue everywhere, and definitely don't need that glue gun on my leg. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back to knotting these pearls. So I'm opening this up to an Ask Me Anything session. So does anybody have any questions, bead related or otherwise? If nobody asks any questions, I'm just going to start talking about random stuff. So while I knot these pearls. because like I said, they're due in 20 minutes. So so for anybody who didn't see this tutorial, this is the way that we knot pearls here at the bead shop, which is slightly different than the way we teach beginners, because if you don't know what you're doing, it's really easy to get yourself in a tangled mess. But this is a fine jewelry repair, so I've got bullion at the end right there, and then I've already strung my pearls, and now I'm just pulling them down and knotting them. Yes, Pam says she has real bird feathers. Yeah, I'm super excited. My dad, let's see, my dad has relatives and friends who hunt, and so when I saw him last weekend, week and a half ago, whatever, he brought me some actual pheasant feathers and other feathers from that people had brought to him from hunting, so I'm very excited to play with those. They're all cleaned and dried and such, unlike the cardinal corpse and wing that Elton brought me from Mamie's hunting extravaganza. But yeah, you could totally play around with different feathers on that cat toy, and you could make it as fancy or not as you want. Like I said, I didn't use peacock feathers or anything fancy because I know that they're just going to get destroyed, so why bother? I could use my peacock feathers on something I can actually sell for money instead of a cat toy. But yeah, seriously, like, it's so simple, but trust me, they like it so much. So let's see, we are 10 days to Christmas. Not that anybody wants to hear that, especially me. But what's everybody doing for Christmas? Does anybody have any big plans? I'm hosting Christmas at my house for the first time ever. Well, hello, Fenris! That's awesome. Well, welcome back. How is everything with you? Yes, Sharon. So I actually have one of my many side hustles is I make feather flourishes for costume hats, and I actually sell them to a friend of mine who has a business at the Renaissance Festival selling costume hats. Oh, boo. Well, I'm kind of glad that, you know, I'm only interacting with you on the internet, Fenris, because last time I checked, the flu was not communicable through the digital types. So let's see. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with the pheasant feathers, Sharon, is make flourishes for costume hats and sell them to a friend of mine who then sells them when she sells her hats. And it's actually been a really good thing for both of us. Pam asks, can she set a small piece of embroidered handkerchief in a bezel and covered with resin? Okay, I don't think Corvus is on, so you're just gonna get my take on that, Pam, and my take is I don't know if the resin would discolor the handkerchief or not. If it were me, just because of the weird ass skill set that I have, I would put it in between two pieces of glass and then solder around the outside, like we do in our flower pendants under glass, because that I know will maintain, I've done that with lace before, that I know will maintain the integrity of your handkerchief. As far as resin goes, you might want to pop that one in Discord to get Corvus and Silvern's opinion on that, because I am not nearly as good with resin as those two, though I did, so I did, even though I did sleep last night, thank God, I woke up extra early, and so I made a video of pouring a resin dragon, but I need to unmold it tonight and add that to the end of the video, and then I'll post that in Discord, not Discard, that's different. But yes, I had fun making that video. Actually, I wonder if, let's see if I can load it up. Because I did upload it to the cloud. Yeah, so this is what happens when I can't sleep, is I make videos of me doing stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna guess it's this one from about an hour ago, which is not actually true. It's more like 5 hours ago, but whatever, you know. You do you, OneDrive, whatever you want to do. So let's see. It's downloading. So I'll play it for y'all in a minute. Okay. So let's see. What else is going on in people's lives? What the heck? Are you kidding me? Fine. Like, really? Yes, fun with computers. No, what are you trying to do? Really? So I have audio but no video. That's super exciting. And I don't really want audio. So shush. Computer. So yeah, okay. Yes, I am Pam going. Okay. So no clue how I'm going to get that to work. But yes, I am going to attempt Reels on Instagram because apparently that is the key to hacking the algorithm. So I did make this little video, which like I said, it says is not supported. Hold on, do I need to unzip you? No, you should be good. Yeah, okay, my computer doesn't want to play it. So I'll figure that out, and I will try and play it for y'all tonight. Meanwhile, I'm just going to keep knotting these pearls, because now they're due in 13 minutes. So let's see. Alright, so my video won't play, because apparently, since I made it on my iPhone, it's not a supported file. So I obviously need to save it as a different type of file. And why can't all the technology just talk to each other? Why can't it just all get along, people? But yeah, so I did, so I poured a dragon this morning at like 4 a.m. and I actually videoed it and made it into a cute little video, which I will, like I said, I'll try and fix the format and I can show you all tonight. Though I'm not going to post it up on social media until tomorrow because I need the reveal, of course, of the unmolding. So the cool thing about this way of knotting pearls is once you've strung them, it goes really, really quickly. And if you're in an environment like I'm in, where I have staff, not all of them can knot, but I can get the thing started and then have them string the pearls so that all I have to do is knot them. And as far as efficiency goes, that really makes a huge difference. Let's see, so Sharon, you said you don't have as many singing gigs this year? Is that still pandemic related, or why is that? Did you decide to take a step back? Please share the details of your personal life with the internet. Seriously, you don't have to if you don't want to. What is my favorite jewelry making technique or style? That's a great question. I think my favorite technique really is fabrication. I love I love torches. Torches are amazing, and you can do so much cool stuff with them. And so yeah, fabrication, definitely my fave. As far as bead work goes, I mean, I love to wire wrap, I love to knot, but if I had my druthers, as the saying goes, yeah, I would fabricate all the time, which is actually funny because I have a giant backed up queue of fabrication because I'm always doing other stuff. But yeah, that's really my favorite. That's where my heart is with the torches. Oh my god, Madrigals, I love that. That's a fantastic name. So yeah, so you can see, once again, if they're pre-strung, knotting the pearls does not take very long at all. I am going to finish this necklace before 1 o'clock, which is good because 1 o'clock is when it's due. What do you string tiny gemstones on? Okay, so that's a multifaceted, no pun intended, question. So you can string tiny gemstones on fiber and knot them, like I'm doing with these pearls. Sometimes, like when you get to gemstones that have tiny, teeny bitty holes, like diamonds, really the best thing to string them on is 0.010, 0.012 stainless steel stringing cable, because the cable is going to give you so much more strength for its diameter than any kind of fiber can possibly do. Plus, you don't need to worry about needles and all of that with the cable. So yeah, if you're stringing tiny little gemstones, I would say stainless steel stringing cable in the 0.012 or 0.010 size is actually your best bet. I am a fan of knotting my tiny gemstones, even though it takes for freaking ever. But if they won't fit on like a size 2 cord, if they're that small, then just put them on cable, because otherwise you're going to be restringing your necklace every 2 to 3 months, because it's going to keep breaking. Yeah, Sharon, not everyone's into torches. I am. I like torches. To be fair though, I mean, I use a small torch. I don't use a big torch, but it's so great to me, like just the things you can do with fabrication. It makes me happy. Alright, so I'm getting close to being done with this. Actually, I can show you how to finish a bullion necklace. I'm gonna have to go grab a piece of bullion, but I can show you that finish in just a second. Because, yeah, this is all I have left. I've got like 6 pearls. So when you're doing a bullion finish, you want to make sure that you do not knot between the last 3 pearls, because you're going to finish it and you're going to make those knots when you finish it. So basically, these last 3, I'm going to leave unknotted. Yeah, and I like big torches. I've, truth be told, never used a big torch without supervision, so I get how it can be kind of scary. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some bullion and I'm gonna show you guys how to finish this up. Okay, so that's actually a good question before I go and get some bullion. So Pam asked, have I ever tried carded nylon instead of silk? So as far as cost effectiveness, carded nylon and carded silk are essentially the same price. Those of us who knot a lot tend to use nylon on a spool. So, hold that thought. I'll be right back. Okay. Stay there. I meant to leave it.
You did what?
The thing I knocked out.
Oh.
Joking. I don't want to Okay, I'm back. So, if you knot a lot, the most cost-effective way to do your knotting is to use nylon that comes on a spool. So this is a 100-yard spool of white nylon, and this is going to cost you around $15. And so the thing is, if you don't knot a lot, this isn't necessarily cost effective because you've got 100 yards here. We can go through a 100-yard spool here at Beading Dreams, you know, in a couple of months, but if you're only knotting every once in a while, this is going to last you for years and years and years. And then, of course, there's the whole size thing because, of course, it's not always the same size nylon for everything that we're going to knot. So then you're investing in multiple 100-yard spools of sizes that you may only use once. So if you don't knot a lot, carded silk or carded nylon are definitely the best way to go because you're investing much less. Even though you're paying more per foot, your overall investment still is less than buying a giant spool. If you are knotting, like if you're a production shop like we are, spools are absolutely the way to go. Okay, so let's talk about how we're going to finish this necklace. All right, so I've got all of my pearls. They're all knotted. A focal distance does this camera even have focus? Camera, do you have focus? Right, well that's the thing, is if you want a different color or if you need a different size, like I mean, we literally have, you know, 2 big drawers of nylon, and once again, we're a production shop, so we'll use it, but not everybody will. I mean, you know, it's like buying at Costco or Sam's. Like, do you really need a pallet of toilet paper? You know, maybe not. Do you have space to store it? Are you going to use it in a reasonable amount of time? You know, is the cost savings worth the amount of, you know, headache it's going to be to store your pallet of toilet paper? You know, it's just all about that kind of accounting in your head. Hi, Prince. Okay, so yeah, so pearl holes can be tricky, mostly just in that a lot of times they're smaller than one would expect. So what did I string these on? I strung these on actually this Sharon. So this is a nylon cord. This is Rio's proprietary brand. They call it Strength, but you could use tough cord as well. I use a size 0. And then when you're using cord off of a spool, the way that it works is you actually, oh for goodness sakes, let go. Sorry, that's all the sale merchandise from last night that's trying to eat my cord. So when you're using cord off of a spool, what you do is you use cord that is half the size that you need, and then you double it through a needle, so it's actually doubled through the entire length of this. So I was knotting with two pieces of cord through this entire necklace. And I used 0 because this is for a fine jeweler and they tend to like smaller knots. I could have used a 1 for this and it also would have worked, but the thing is I'm going to need to double back at the end, so that is where the cord size kind of gets a little tricky. So I've got my silver bullion. So bullion or French wire is this coiled wire, and usually you'll buy it in a piece that's, you know, 12 or 13 inches long. And I'm going to cut off a piece of it. You want to be really careful with this because it is fragile. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to be careful not to stretch it, because if you stretch it, it will not bounce back. Yes. Prince just brought up a good point. If you're using the carded silk, you can actually use 2 different colors. I just did that on a repair because we didn't have the right colors. So yeah, if you're using the carded silk, you can use 2 colors. It does look very nice. Then you'll yay Pam. So Prince, do you do that with carded silk, or do you do it with spool silk or nylon? And if you're using 2 different colors, then are you then using 2 needles? Because that's the only way I know how to do it. Okay, so I'm going to take I'm going to finish this, and then we're going to be done. So I'm going to take my bouillon, I'm going to thread that onto my needle and pull it all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to pull it all the way down until it's resting against my beads. I'm going to grab my clasp, and I'm going to put my needle through the attachment on my clasp, which still has the old cord on it. We don't want that, so we're going to get that off. So then Prince brings me back to the question, if you're doing 2 colors in the nylon, are you have to be using 2 needles, right? Or is there some witchcraft of which I am unaware, which is also possible? Okay, so I'm going to go through the attachment loop on that clasp. Okay, so Prince, when dealing with 2 colors of cord, is essentially dealing with 2 strands like I have here with my 1 strand. So yeah, 2 very fine, probably twisted wire needles is my guess. That's really, really cool. Okay, so I went through my clasp. Wow, this necklace is very short. That's the other thing. Okay, anybody out there who does repairs, if you're good at knotting and you do knotting repairs, please tell your clients that when you reknot their very, very old pearls, they're gonna get shorter, because 9 times out of 10 the pearls have stretched out, the string is stretched out over time, and there's space in between the pearls and the knots, which is not supposed to be there, because this is like a 14-inch necklace. So we're going to see when the customer comes in if this fits around her neck, because she's getting married tomorrow, so you know. Alright, so to finish this off, I'm going to go down through the pearl that's closest to my clasp. And I'm just going to pull all that through. Hi, Mary. No, I did the cat toy already. It took all of like 10 minutes. And I decided to just stay on. And so there's the cat toy. Yeah, no, I just decided to stay on because I have this necklace that's due, you know, like now. I decided to just stay on and chat whilst I was making this necklace. Which is, so this is, good Lord, that's tiny. So what this is it's a 3rd generation pearl necklace. So this client is getting married, like I said, tomorrow, and so this was her grandmother's pearl necklace, and so her grandmother gifted it to her mother, and then her mother gifted it to her for her wedding day, and then they were trying it on and it broke. Not surprising, considering that it was a multi-generational pearl necklace. And again, this is why pearls, you know, were knotted to begin with, is because the only thing that fell off of this necklace when it broke was 1 pearl, which was fairly easy to find, as opposed to if you do have it strung on stringing cable or something without knots, where everything, you know, is just gonna be rolling across the floor. I know, right, Pam? What could be, yeah, why did you make this choice? I don't know. Yeah, no clue. I do have a friend in Houston who got married at Christmas many, many years ago. She and her husband have been married for at least 15 or 20 years by now. But, right, what could be more stressful than getting married before Christmas, getting married on Christmas? Mary is not wrong. Though my friend got married on, I think it was the 26th of December, because then she could just reuse all of her Christmas decor as wedding decorations. And she could get things at 70% off. Yep. Okay, so there we go. So I went back down through this, tied a knot, went back down through this one, tied a knot. Now I'm going to go back down through this one just to finish my thread, and then I'm going to glue, and then I'm going to be done. And this is oftentimes actually the hardest one because you've got knots that are blocking up both ends of your pearl. So if I can't get down through this one, I'm not gonna grouch myself. Tweezers are also helpful. Come on. The fact that I can't see anything with my glasses on is also not helping here. Okay, no, not gonna happen. No worries. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get down through that pearl, so what I'm going to do in just a minute is I'm going to grab hypo cement, I'm going to glue this knot, I'm going to glue this knot, and then I'm going to trim them off, and then once again I'm going to hope that the client has a very small neck. So, thank you all so much for hanging out with me on this Thursday lunchtime stream for the cat toy and bonus pearl knotting AMA. I hope everyone has a great day. Tonight is Torch Thursday, so we will be doing this project this evening. It's a basic prom is something different. It's a basic prong setting that you can use for pretty much any shape of gemstone. So that's going to be this evening's Torch Thursday tutorial. So thank you all so much. Yay bonus stuff. Thank you all so much for hanging out for the bonus stuff today. And now it's time for me to, like I said, finish this necklace because it was due 7 minutes ago. Thankfully, the client hasn't come in yet. So, woo! So I'll see you all back on this channel, twitch.tv/beadingdream, this evening at 6 p.m. for Torch Thursday. So everyone have a great afternoon. I'll see you later. Bye.